Land disputes remain among the most emotional and contentious cases before Uganda's courts, often sparking family conflict and at times violence. It is this growing concern that brought together judges, mediators, advocates and officials from the Ministry of Lands for a pre-settlement fortnight ADR users roundtable at the High Court Land Division. The meeting focused on strengthening alternative dispute resolution, especially mediation, as a practical solution to ease court backlog and improve access to justice. Speaking during the roundtable, Principal Judge Jane Francis Abodo said the justice system must move away from prolonged adversarial litigation and embrace reconciliation and mediation.
To our judicial officers, allow me to remind you that strong leadership starts with us. I think this whole thing, if the judiciary is not strong, taking up the leadership in this, it really fails.
She urged judges and mediators to identify suitable cases early and refer them for mediation before they drag on in court.
Otherwise, if we don't do that, then we are using a lot of energy, and we shall not be shifting at all. It will be double work, because then you'll go through the hearing of the case, then in the middle of it you realize you could have done mediation.
The administration of justice is a shared responsibility between the bench and the bar. Effective mediation and settlement processes cannot succeed if justice actors operate in isolation from one another.
The head of the Land Division, Lady Justice Damali Lwanga, revealed that they continue to face a heavy workload. According to statistics presented at the roundtable, the division carried forward 8,930 land cases from the previous financial year, while 3,692 new cases were registered this financial year.
So we crossed into this financial year with 243 matters for mediation. Of the 3,692 land matters that have been registered since the year began, 655 of them went for mediation.
Meanwhile, 5,739 land matters have been completed this financial year, with 421 mediation causes already completed. However, more than 7,000 land matters remain pending.
The total number of pending land matters in the division is currently 7,051, and of these 477 are mediation causes. But during the recent months of March and April 2026, within those 2 months, a total of 51 mediation causes were completed.
Other stakeholders highlighted several challenges affecting mediation.
But sometimes we should not force the parties until they are ripe. If a case has just been filed and the judge is pushing for mediation, the parties are still seething with anger, with self-righteousness, and they are ready to fight.
I have encountered scenarios where the advocates actually want to take lead in the mediation. They want to actually become the parties themselves. But my prayer is we need to appreciate that proviso, that the advocates are only there to assist in the mediation.
Lady Justice Christine Kawa described land as one of the most contested issues in society and called for wider incorporation of ADR mechanisms in dispute settlement, as mediator Lady Justice Alexandria Nkonge raised concern over parties who deliberately frustrate mediation processes.
Land disputes frequently become prolonged, emotional, complex, and sometimes involving multiple claimants and competing documents.
The other challenge is non-appearance. That one is very common in most mediation, non-appearance. Usually the guilty party doesn't appear.
Former Deputy Chief Justice Richard Butera reminded mediators that mediation is voluntary and requires trust building among parties.
So my appeal is, let's not get ourselves fixed on the law, fixed on the rules. Fix yourself on what are the parties mediating. What are they concluding? What have they concluded? Okay? And once you settle the issues that the parties want settled, they reach a settlement, you sign it, and it goes out of the way, it will be enforced as between the parties.
So, colleagues, the advocates, as we go into the mediation fortnight, concessions is not a sign of cowardice. It ain't going to make you any less of a brilliant advocate. So let's help the courts as we find solutions for our clients.
The Settlement Fortnight at the High Court Land Division will run from the 22nd of June to 3rd July, with judicial officers hoping the initiative will lead to faster resolution of hundreds of pending land disputes across the country. I'm Benjamin Jumbe, NTV Weekend Edition.
Thank you.